How to unlock a safe, how to do the lockpicking in Starfield. Pressing A. I have a digipick, that's the item you need. Now, so what you need to do is you need to align the outer lines, the ones that I'm going to move now, with the holes to fit the holes. So that's what you need to do. If I move the right stick to the right, it will move it along the different types of lockpick slots that I have on the outer ring. For example, there are 2 on the outer ring here, and if I move the left stick, it will move it along to try to align with the holes. Right, so what I need to do is get as many holes filled using the digipick, and do not hit any of the walls. Be aware, if you make a mistake and you fill the wrong hole, which is blocking you from making the second selection, then you can undo this mistake, but it will cost you 1 digipick. A digipick is a consumable that you collect around the star system. Let's show you how to undo a mistake. I think I figured it out. Right, so I'm going to press A here, because that fits, and I think the next one is here. It isn't. Uh-oh. Because if you get it wrong along the way, you can actually undo using X. So if you've slotted and you can't find the next one, sometimes you need to be a bit advanced and think ahead. Undo. So I'm going to press X. I'm going around completely to see if there's actually an alignment. So the first level is not it on this one. Moving across. Second pattern is not it. This does fit, but you need to be really careful of where it goes. Sometimes when you're rotating, you can see the lines sort of do move. I don't think that's it. Remember, a pattern may fit in multiple ways, so do not make the mistake of pressing A to make your selection, because it may be the wrong selection. Although you may be avoiding those walls, you will also be blocking the next selection if you make the wrong choice. 1, 2, 3. Another one with 3 slots. So let's say we leave that where it is. The technique that I'm using here is to leave a pattern in place ready to fill the first set of holes, and then finding the next pattern in order to fill the remaining holes without making a selection. So if we go back to a 2, is the one that it would be filled, so it can't be that. Right, so right now what I've done is I've aligned the outer ring with the holes to fit the holes. I haven't pressed any in yet, but I've predicted what will fill where. So for example, this will fill, if you look to the left, it will fill the 2 holes on the left and the one near enough the bottom, which leaves, if it's a compass, never eat shredded wheat. Southeast would need to be filled, and northeast would need to be filled, which are these. So once I fill one, I can fill the other. Right, so we need to do the same because we're still picking the lock. So we need to predict what will fill where. So I don't make a decision until I know what can be filled. Right, so for example, I'm going to go through the selections that I have on the digipick right now to see what actually fits. So this one, I'm going to rotate until it fits somewhere without hitting walls. If it hits any of the walls, then of course you cannot pick that lock with this combination. Now at this point, we've gone all the way around. I've checked. It definitely does not fit, because it's always blocked in some way. So we're going to disregard that pattern completely. We're not going to go back to it because we're not going to need it. Now I'm going to keep looking in the next combination. Now that fits. So there is a combination that fits there. I'm going to keep going around, see if there's another pattern that fits, because there can be more than one. Right, so that fits, but I'm not going to make the selection just yet because I need to fill, if you look at it as a compass again, north, east, south, a sort of southeast direction, and a northwest. Need to make sure I fill those up. South being the so I can actually count the holes as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it needs to be a combination of a 4, which would be, oops, this one. So I need to align. What I'll do is I'll align until something fits. That's one way you can do it. And it does fit. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4 slots are filled. South, what was the next one? You've got northeast, you've got southeast, and you've got northwest. Right, so that's the 4. This was the other. So you just make sure that nothing overlaps. If it overlaps, then it won't work. Making sure nothing overlaps. Boom. Gonna make my selection now. Boom. And we have successfully picked that lock. That is how you do it. Just thought I'd take you through. So what I was doing was counting the holes that are left behind once I've got a matching combination. Once I've counted the holes, I know that I can then go to the selection with that many pointy bits to fit into those holes. Then I can try and align, and I can visualize if anything is going to be blocked after I've made a selection, because once you filled the hole, you cannot fill it again. And that is how you pick a lock. That was an advanced lockpick. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got some bullets, shotgun shells, credits. We've got what seems to be a journal, Jake and the Inu, part 2. Gonna take that. And a modified maelstrom. Has a better accuracy than the one that I've got. And there we go, ladies and gents. That is my guide to lockpicking in Starfield. If you've enjoyed, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget there's more content right here. And if you want some more Starfield, definitely comment down below to let me know. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.